Whoever came up with this title, give this guy a freaking raise. Tell me how this is not awesome. Astronaut. Astronaut.
I'm much better now that the ladies are back from space.
It is. Watch for it. Wow.
You are officially an astronaut.
Thank you so much.
Katy Perry's dream of soaring to new heights, literally, has backfired in spectacular fashion. What was meant to be a powerful, inspirational moment turned into an online circus, complete with memes, mockery, and now, a South Park takedown that might be the final nail in the PR coffin. So how did a star-studded 11-minute space flight become the laughingstock of the internet? And why is South Park so eager to roast her?
She essentially took a roller coaster ride.
Well, it was very profound. I don't know if you've seen Katy Perry talk about it, but she's basically a guru now.
Let's break it all down. Katy Perry's recent journey aboard Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin spacecraft was supposed to be a major milestone in her career, a symbol of empowerment, inspiration, and futuristic progress. But instead, the internet turned her 11-minute flight into a viral punchline.
I'm going to tell you something right now. You are officially an astronaut.
Clips of Katy attempting heartfelt quotes while floating in zero gravity were remixed into TikTok memes. Her dramatic, "I am the daisy of resilient" speech quickly became meme material, with thousands mocking her overly poetic phrasing.
Bro.
Stop the cap.
Stupid.
Instead of being celebrated as a pioneer, she became the butt of the joke. Memes comparing her to Buzz Lightyear and cartoon characters flooded social media, and hashtags like #KATY in space and #CRINGE orbit trended for days.
However, there's been some critics saying some stuff in. Really? Rob, I don't know if you have any of the critic stuff or not. Do you have any of this stuff on how they open a door first and then they have to reopen the door and you have to say, go back in there, and then Jeff Bezos falls. Poor guy's tripping. He's having a hard time.
The line between genuine inspiration and manufactured PR was blurred, and people weren't buying it. In a world hungry for authenticity, this space stunt felt like a cold, calculated performance, and the audience reacted accordingly.
Let me tell you right now, Katy, you're officially an astronaut.
When South Park gets involved, you know things have gone too far. According to leaked insider info, creators Trey Parker and Matt Stone are developing an entire episode centered on Katy Perry's space escapade. And it's not going to be kind. Unlike a quick joke or passing jab, this is reportedly a full narrative dedicated to dismantling the absurdity of celebrity space travel, with Katy as the main punchline.
Let's see how it went on board the Blue Origin spacecraft.
The satirical series is infamous for skewering public figures in the harshest and funniest ways possible. And this time, they're going in hard. The creators allegedly see the Blue Origin trip as a perfect storm of vanity, artificial inspiration, and corporate showboating, wrapped in a glossy girl boss in space narrative.
Flint, I gotcha. Oh, the moon. You guys, I will have to tell you, look at the moon.
Doing a whole bunch of nothing.
For us watching her
Look,
best.
I brought my little butterfly.
By making it a full episode, South Park aims to expose how hollow and ridiculous these space PR stunts really are. Katy might have launched into the stratosphere, but her reputation is crashing back to Earth. While Katy Perry is the face of this fiasco, South Park isn't stopping at her. The episode reportedly aims to roast the entire phenomenon of celebrity space tourism, the billion-dollar industry turning rockets into red carpets. From Elon Musk's flashy launches to Bezos' Blue Origin stunts, the show will take aim at how space travel is being turned into a marketing gimmick. These trips are sold to the public as noble, empowering, and groundbreaking, but critics argue they're nothing more than glorified roller coaster rides for the ultra-rich.
Along with PR experts who are claiming the singer may face career extinction.
The parody highlights how these flights are less about science and more about selfies. By using Katy as the symbol of this excess, South Park underscores the bigger issue. Space has become a vanity playground for influencers, not a frontier for genuine exploration. The mockery might sting, but it hits on a truth many people already suspect, that these launches are more about ego than achievement. According to anonymous sources close to the show, South Park's parody will include a Katy-like pop star character who attempts to live stream her Blue Origin flight. The twist: the live stream glitches horribly, exposing green screens, staged reactions, and even a producer feeding her lines through an earpiece.
The worst part is when there's
people starving in other countries and we're clapping and cheering.
The rocket itself is portrayed as a discount carnival ride held together by duct tape and Bezos brand optimism. Even the launch countdown is hilariously fake, complete with a malfunctioning mascot shouting motivational slogans. The show reportedly pulls no punches, depicting Katy's space moment as an overproduced commercial break disguised as empowerment.
Let's not minimize this. Let's celebrate female astronauts.
That's the other thing. There has been female astronauts. Let's not minimize this.
These leaks have already caused a stir online, with fans of the show anticipating another legendary celebrity takedown. The message is clear. The entire spectacle was a performance, and South Park is ready to rip off the mask. If the leaks are true, this episode could rival their infamous takedowns of Tom Cruise or Kanye West. As soon as the memes started spreading, Katy Perry's team went into full crisis mode. Sources say they rushed to release feel-good content, including clips of Katy talking about climate change, female empowerment, and donating to space-related education charities. While these moves were clearly intended to reframe the narrative, they only added fuel to the fire. Critics saw the efforts as transparent damage control, a last-ditch attempt to shift attention away from the backlash. Instead of helping, the added messaging felt like overcompensation, making the whole ordeal seem even more contrived. Even longtime fans began questioning her sincerity, with one viral tweet reading, "She's trying to fix a meme storm with TED Talk energy. It's not working." In today's media landscape, where authenticity is currency, overly polished PR spins can actually backfire. And in Katy's case, it did just that.
Taking up space!
Behind the scenes, even Jeff Bezos wasn't thrilled with how things played out. According to insider reports, Bezos had high hopes that Katy Perry's flight would inspire a new wave of enthusiasm for space tourism, particularly among younger audiences. But instead, the event became a PR nightmare, dominated by memes and mockery. Bezos reportedly joked in a meeting, "Next time we're sending Snoop Dogg, at least he'd make space fun."
Their message for women was take up space. You guys are taking up too much space already.
That offhand remark, if true, speaks volumes. What was meant to be a prestige moment turned into a meme-fueled disaster, undermining both Blue Origin's credibility and the image Bezos wanted to build. While the billionaire likely brushed off the chaos publicly, internally, the event is said to have triggered serious reevaluation about using celebrities as the face of future missions. It turns out, rocket launches can't save a sinking narrative. Beyond the celebrity drama, the real casualty here might be space tourism itself. The idea of private space travel was once seen as thrilling and full of promise. But after Katy Perry's stunt, many are starting to view it as a vanity-driven industry.
Bro, this is wild. And then Katy Perry steps out, starts kissing the ground. Bro, the stories write themselves. Like, we are living in a Black Mirror episode. Like, what is this, bro? Yeah.
Critics argue that these flights prioritize media buzz over actual scientific or exploratory value. Instead of astronauts, we're seeing influencers and pop stars in designer suits taking zero-gravity selfies. This trend undermines the credibility of space travel as a serious endeavor. Scientists and experts have voiced concern that the public now associates space more with celebrity stunts than scientific progress.
Someone went to space for like 4 minutes. What is she kissing the ground for? Pointing up at the sky.
Katy! Woo!
And to the guy, woo, Katy, yeah. Dumb, bro.
And with more celebrities reportedly lined up for future flights, the problem could get worse before it gets better. Katy's flight might have symbolized personal achievement for her, but for the rest of us, it marked the moment space tourism officially jumped the shark. One of the more bizarre outcomes of Katy's flight was the birth of a new term, Fulminism. A mix of faux feminism and tourism, it was coined by social media critics to describe the wave of female empowerment messaging being used to promote luxury experiences for the ultra-rich.
Katy Perry is squarely in their sights after her Blue Origin spaceflight turned into a global punchline. Insiders say Trey Parker and Matt Stone are cooking up something devastating. Details are locked down tight.
In Katy's case, her PR campaign painted the spaceflight as a symbol of breaking barriers for women, but many saw through it, pointing out that this wasn't a triumph of feminism, it was a billionaire-funded vanity trip dressed up in buzzwords. The term Fulminism quickly trended, with users applying it to other celebrity stunts that used empowerment rhetoric as a smokescreen. The backlash reveals a deeper cultural fatigue with surface-level activism, especially when it's used to market something as exclusive and inaccessible as space tourism.
However, there's been some critics saying some stuff in Really? Rob, I don't know if you have any of the critic stuff or not. Do you have any of the stuff on how they open a door first and then they have to reopen the door and they have to say, go back in there, and then Jeff Bezos falls. Poor guy's tripping. He's having a hard time.
It's a reminder that meaningful progress can't be bought or launched from a PR rocket. If there was any hope that Katy Perry could walk away from this as an official astronaut, the FAA shut that down quickly. Following the flight, the Federal Aviation Administration clarified that none of the celebrity passengers aboard Blue Origin missions qualified for astronaut status. The reason? They didn't perform any flight duties or meet the rigorous criteria needed for the designation. In short, they were just highly publicized passengers. This announcement further undercut the legitimacy of the mission. Katy's emotional claims about becoming one with the universe were instantly mocked after the FAA clarification dropped. The public now saw the event for what it was, a glorified amusement park ride. No matter how touching her post-flight speech was, the cold facts rendered it meaningless. And for a pop star trying to reinvent herself as a space pioneer, that's a brutal reality check. Finally, the internet did what it does best, remix everything into viral content. Katy's teary-eyed post-flight speech, which was meant to be heartfelt and empowering, became meme gold. One creator layered her voice over dramatic movie trailers, while another turned her resilience speech into a parody pop single called Cringe in Orbit. Fans edited her into scenes from Interstellar, Gravity, and even Toy Story. While some memes were lighthearted, others were downright brutal. Longtime fans expressed disappointment, saying it felt like she was chasing relevance instead of evolving as an artist. The flight, rather than being a symbol of strength, became a meme graveyard. And as South Park prepares to immortalize the fiasco, Katy's space legacy seems set. Not among the stars, but in the cloud of internet satire.